If you play League of Legends, you know that tilt comes to anyone. Is your bot laner feeding, your mid laner just running it down mid, and your jungler not even helping, just mindlessly farming? It's very tilting, and it's very hard to overcome tilt when it comes. So how do we actually deal with this? In the latest episode of How Real Life Work podcast, we interviewed two Twitch streamers, Frankie aka QuinnAD and Ian aka Twiger. We talked to them how they actually deal with this situation on a daily basis when they're streaming. Frankie shared how he dealt with the internet trolls on his channel and what is his tilt-proof mindset. While Ian, on the other hand, talked about where his mentality comes from, and he also talked about how his mom named him Ian just so that he wouldn't get bullied at school with all of the name calling. Lastly, we share some funny stories of the crazy names we've been called playing League of Legends. Welcome to our channel, How Real Life Works. This is the channel where we talk about all the stuff that the school doesn't teach you.
The toxic trolls weren't as bad. I never really had that to worry about. Well, you have Twitch mods, so if toxic people come, I always have a Twitch mod in my chat, so they get insta-banned. It didn't affect me at all. And it actually wasn't that bad because I guess with Gary V too, because I watched him religiously, like he would constantly say like when people are hating on you or whatever, like don't let it affect you. Like that was something he really strived towards. And I was able to develop that mentality from the start. So anytime anyone would come and troll or anything, it never affected me at all. And I think a big reason is because of Gary V.
I think you can probably relate to this. I think playing League of Legends would give you at least some kind of increase in EQ with the amount of toxicity in the game that people throw at you that you just need to just calm yourself.
No!
Yeah,
League of Legends?
So. I think so. At least I learned that with StarCraft. Because when I played that really young, there was a lot of negative like vibes coming from people. And I'm just like, whatever, I just chilled and cold. Obviously, in the beginning, I would always like rage type back. And then over time, I learned that this is not the strategy. The strategy is to focus on the game, beat the game, and then just say GG. And then they would even be more upset.
There is nothing better. And I can safely say this. There is nothing better than when somebody's being very toxic towards you, you just beating them and saying GG. They're like, cause you know that if I lost that game, I don't care. It's a video game. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. This person was crap talking me the entire time, clearly means a lot to them. And then you beat them. Like they are probably punching their monitor at that exact moment. You just go, that was a mental win right now. Right? Zen-like calm.
Yeah. I feel like there's like hidden traits that the videos give you that people don't give it credit for. For example, like I learned not to take win or losses too seriously, I think through video games. Because when I started doing English debate in high school, I would have these like crazy debates, really intense. And in the end, maybe we would lose, right? And I could see all my teammates were like so upset. They're like, I can't believe the judge didn't give us the win. But to me, it's always like, well, I learned something and that was great. I didn't win, but I won kind of in life because like I now have all these new knowledges, but they would just get focused so much on the win or losses. I imagine you didn't born with this thick skin. Did you have any tips or encouragement for the people who's going through this right now? Like how to actually counter this toxicity? Because you have, as you said, like a very positive community and a good way to deal with that.
I have to be honest. I think I've always had a pretty thick skin. It's never, I feel as though words have never really gotten to me all that much because, you know, it's once again, it's one of the benefits of being, right? I was in a loving household with two parents, right? Upper middle class. I didn't really have any of the concerns that so many others face in day-to-day life. I never had to worry about there not being food on the table. I was going to school. I had a good group of friends, right? I had a brother that would beat me up every now and again, but that was the worst thing on the planet. But yeah, like we had video games at home, like everything was going. So I think that started me off on a really solid path. So I didn't really have to worry too much because if somebody said something to me, I just kind of look at where my life is and just, you know, I'm okay. Like, sure. Mm-hmm. Right. And the thing was, it dates back actually to my mom naming me Ian, because she was literally going through like the definitions of every single name that you could possibly name a boy from like every single language on the planet. and wanted a name that you couldn't easily make fun of, right? So that it doesn't particularly rhyme well with things like that. And like, or it's not like Richard that could be shortened to Dick or something like that. She like wanted nothing. She was like, I'm going to give him a name that no one's really going to make fun of him. And then at some point when I was in school, the worst thing that I got was I was in the bathroom at one point and somebody said, pee and Ian, like I was peeing. And I went, that is exactly what I'm doing right now. And it didn't catch on. So I was like, I guess the name works. That was probably the worst that I got when I was a kid. So I've always just kind of viewed words as being words, right? The whole sticks and stones thing. I just never viewed words as being particularly like aggressive towards me. Now, a YouTube comment here or there telling me that I'm ugly. Sure. Yeah, that's fair, right? I'm not everybody's type. But it's like you just kind of have to look at those types of things and go, somebody said when we were streaming on League of Legends, the best insult, and I love creative insults, right? Like if you're gonna come at me, don't just give me the standard like you're stupid or like any of the horrendous things that people say, because they're not creative. Somebody said you look like you haven't used deodorant in 3 days. I went, yes, that's good. I'll take it. And I kind of went, not far off, but it was one of those things that like I don't mind banter like that. It's not ridiculously offensive. It's not pushing past the boundaries of what's acceptable. Like it's just that's kind of funny. Like
I think the most odd one I got was like, you should drink bleach, and I'm like, that is very creative. And then when pandemic started happening, there was news actually people drinking bleach to like get rid of the virus. I was like, maybe that person was thinking about this. I was just like, weird, but
I like to call that aspect natural selection.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Let those people do their thing.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Thanks for tuning in today's video. Do you have what it takes to be tilt-proof now? Tell us in the comment section below all your tilt-proof strategy. If you're a high school student and you love content creation but not sure how to start it, this is the perfect opportunity. Join us and click on the CTA sign-up sheet in the description and we will be in touch soon. Last but not least, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and remember to always turn on the notification bell. Bye!